Alright, so here I am at work. I'm actually on a fire call right now, and I'm going to spin the camera around. You can see in the behind me we've got personnel, emergency personnel, Sheriff's Department, Walworth County Sheriff's Department, and obviously I'm in the Metro Newsmobile right now. Right in front of me is the Fox 6 truck, and of course there's Brett from Fox 6, one of the reporters. And we've got a fully involved fire out here in the town of LaGrange. It's at the S&R egg farm. So there are livestock, there are chickens inside of the barn that are probably going to be lost. It's a fully involved fire, and it's very cold out here. The problem that the fire department is having right now is the fact that they're not able to get enough water onto the fire. What they have to do is they have to go, we're in a very remote location in Wisconsin, so they have to go fill tankers full of water, and then the tankers have to be driven out to the location in order to dump on the fire. Once those tankers are empty, they have to go back and get more water, which is 7 miles either to Whitewater or 7 miles to Palmyra Eagle. So a very touchy situation right now. On the scene with Fox 6 News, I'm Dustin Alexander for Metro News, and that's behind the scenes.
But it is important that he puts some sand down at greeting his camera at his before I see him. I thank you.
This is the S&R egg farm. It's been in the Schimpf family for 3 generations, nearly 800 acres, 2.4 million hens, and producing nearly 2 million eggs daily. One of the buildings is on fire right now. It's next to 2 different buildings. They have not caught fire, but firefighters are continuing to focus their attention on one building. It's a building that they've been fighting for more than 2.5 hours right now, and it appears the fire is not jumping on any of the buildings. It is just focused on one fire where the roof has collapsed. It's just mostly smoke at this time. There was a few times a little hiccups of flames at this point, but it appears it's just smoke at this time. But one of the big factors, as we were talking about earlier, is the water. There were departments running out of water, had to go to town 7-8 miles out just to kind of replenish and come back here. They had the dump ponds where they were using that as a source. But also the temperature here, it's less than 10 degrees as well. That has to be a factor for firefighters tonight.
Can I go in the front of your squad?
Yeah, we're going to go in front of the camera. This is where the tankers are coming in and out. We're not going to slow down.
We'll stay right, we'll stay right here.
Yeah. Understood.
Elkhorn, Whitewater, Eagle, and filling off of their hydrants. So it's kind of a long shuttle for them coming back and forth from when they dump till they get filled back up. So that's why you need a lot of them to keep them going. So, and we've got aerial ladders set up, and they use a lot of water. So it just takes a lot of tankers to do it. So.
I'm sure with some of those hydrants, sometimes it gets a little frozen, and it can be very challenging around this time as well.
You got to keep using them, or they'll freeze up. You know, it's almost like the lines laying on the ground. You know, they'll freeze up if you don't use them. So,
and at this time, I know it's very early. Any cause of the fire?
No idea on cause. No idea. It's a big building. It's Only speculation, but we have no idea. We haven't been able to get actually inside the building yet to do any type of investigation.
And unfortunately, the fire didn't spread throughout the two identical buildings, and we're told that the concrete firewall was really a deciding factor for
Yes.
because it could have been a lot worse, it seems like.
Yep, so they had firewalls in the hallways kind of that go between buildings where the conveyors actually go with the eggs. And those firewalls were cement with a firewall door, and that virtually stopped the fire at those points. So the way they built those buildings was very smart, and it was a good way to do it. So.
That really is the difference maker, and of course, no people were inside. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I guess what's the next step from here, Chief?
We just need to get it extinguished. We've got a backhoe on scene that's kind of ripping the metal off and stuff like that, so we can get to what's underneath. There isn't really a lot of wood inside the building. There's a lot of metal to it, but we still just need to get it opened up and get it all extinguished. So we'll be here a few more hours yet, probably.
Is it going to go into the morning hours, like 7, 8 o'clock, or is it going to be contained by then?
I don't know. I sure hope it's contained before then. So, so we can get guys out of there and out of here and back in the warm weather. So.
Another question: chemicals and some of the other farm equipment was also in some of the buildings. Had that come into play at all of catching fire?
No, their processing plant or whatever is way on the other end of the building. I don't think there would be any problem with any of that. So.
How is the Schiff family at this time? Are they in good spirits?
Well, they're pretty distraught. This was a fairly new building, and they're just in a matter. They're tearing down old buildings and putting up these more modern buildings and stuff like that. And this one was the last one that they just built, I think, last summer. So it's a fairly new building. So yeah, they're kind of distraught. It's gonna mess up their operation for a little bit, but we figure they'll still be up and running tomorrow. With the rest of the birds and eggs. So.
Production's still going, just it's a lot less production now.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit less production. So.
Well, any nuggets or tidbits, Chief, before I let you go? I know it's been a long night.
Not much. We just appreciate all the area departments that came to help us out. And we got some from quite a distance away. And, they're there to help us, and we're here to help them when they need it too. So it worked out good.
All right, Chief, just have you, again, say and spell your first and last name.
My first name is John. The last name is Durst. It's spelled D-U-E-R-S-T.
Chief Durst, anything before I let you go, sir?
No, just thanks everybody that came to help.
Hey, Chief, I appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you.